Mindoro, Philippines is a paradise full of natural beauty and wonder everywhere you turn. However, just 7 years ago, this tranquil paradise was very different, marred by hostility and guerrilla warfare, striking fear into the hearts and lives of those who call this island home. Come with me to witness the profound impact AWR Radio has had on this island of over 1 million people.
Hi, I'm Cami Ubman, and this is AWR 360.
Formed in 1968, the New People's Army emerged as the armed wing of the Communist Party of the Philippines, inspired by Maoist ideology and fueled by social injustice and inequality. Unable to address widespread poverty and repression through peaceful means, the NPA turned to guerrilla warfare. In 1972, following the declaration of martial law by President Ferdinand Marcos, they grew quickly, and by the late 1980s, its armed members swelled from 350 to over 20,000, posing a significant threat to the government of President Corazon Aquino. Since then, the NPA has persisted in a prolonged insurgency against the Philippine government, despite attempts at peace talks and reconciliation. In 2017, AWR began broadcasting the message of hope and salvation to the island of Mindoro. Over the years since then, the Lord has truly worked miracles among the people here. Rebels all over the surrounding area began listening to the broadcasts, and their hearts were touched. Many of these rebels decided that they wanted to be baptized, and in November of 2021, Adventist World Radio held a mass baptism on this beautiful island and joined in the dedication of over 1,400 precious new Christians. These people had learned about God through AWR and were excited to become new members and disciples for Him. Many of these former rebels had known nothing but brutal warfare for most of their lives, and seeing them surrender to Christ left many teary eyes and full hearts. On Sunday night, the day after these baptisms, AWR hosted a candlelight ceremony. The evening centered around the call of God for them to move forward as His disciples and to reach souls for Him. The central call was made, "Let each one reach one." Many hearts were touched that night, and many former rebels committed to reaching out to their neighbors and friends. They vowed that they would work tirelessly until they had brought at least one more soul to the kingdom with them. As the days turned from weeks into months, these new Christians did not forget their commitment. All over the islands, former rebels began sharing the precious truth with those around them. Some told their neighbors, some their families, and some even their former rebel commanders. Amongst those sharing was Rose and Ernesto. They traveled to their home regions and began to share with all who would listen. Soon they witnessed hearts changing one by one, until hundreds of people came to Christ through their work. Ernesto alone reached over 200 with the gospel. Then in April of 2022, a second baptism was held.
829 new converts came out of the mountains,
declaring their decision to leave their old lives behind and choosing to be baptized into the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The day before the baptism, AWR hosted a wedding, a celebration of love among the rebels. These couples lived as warriors throughout the jungle mountains, So because of the rebel status, they never had the opportunity for a legal marriage, let alone a wedding ceremony. Now, as they turned away from their former ways and embraced a new life in Christ, they found not only spiritual renewal, but also the opportunity to legalize their unions. The ceremony marked not just a commitment to each other, but a new beginning, where they could proudly declare their love before God and the law. Many couples were officially joined in marriage, and their radiant smiles filled everyone's hearts with joy. As these rebels abandoned their former life, the question of what their livelihood might be began to arise. Many of them had grown up as rebel soldiers from a young age. They found themselves poor and unable to maintain the needs of themselves and their families. Seeing this problem, AWR stepped in and began helping these people in starting farms and small businesses. A small peanut factory was created specifically for a group of former rebels who work joyfully, earning the money they need for their families. Dotted here and there across the region, churches are being built by these fully reconciled men and women who are eager to spread the gospel and worship God from week to week. Witnessing these hard-working people reach others for Christ inspired AWR to provide evangelistic training in late 2022. It was exciting to teach these former assassins to preach God's love from the pulpit. In December of that same year, 20 rebels preached their own evangelistic meetings all over the islands. The fruits of these meetings are yet to be fully realized, but at the conclusion of the series led by these rebels, over 240 more precious people were baptized. The final count of new Christians between the fall of 2021 and the fall of 2022 resulted in over 4,500 individuals. Friends, isn't it incredible what God has done here in the past years? There are no words to describe the joy that fills our hearts in knowing what God has accomplished through AWR in reaching thousands of hearts throughout the Philippines. You, our viewers, hold the key to continuing this legacy of hope and redemption. Your support, whether through prayers, donations, or sharing these stories with those around you, can make a tangible difference in the lives of those still searching for light in the darkness.
From broadcast to baptism, this is AWR 360.